Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta said Kenya will allocate land in Naivasha to Uganda to build a dry port for its cargo. This even as the two leaders toured the port of Mombasa today before they embarked on a ride on the maiden ride by visiting head of state aboard the standard gauge railway. Speaking during a state banquet last night, President Uhuru Kenyatta made the public the transportation infrastructure plans derived from the bilateral talks with Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni. Kenyatta said that by August of this year, the SGR will have reached Naivasha, from where it will eventually be extended to Kampala, with a promise to neighboring Uganda for a piece of Kenyan land along the route.
Speaking during a state banquet last night, President Uhuru Kenyatta made public the transportation infrastructure plans derived from the bilateral talks with Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni. Kenyatta said that by August of this year, the SGR will have reached Naivasha, from where it will eventually extend to Kampala, with a promise to neighboring Uganda for a piece of Kenyan land along the route.
And then moving on to the meter gauge from there to Malaba, that goods will now move from Mombasa to Malaba within 2 days. It will reduce the cost to Ugandan investors. It will improve efficiency of Mombasa port, which is to the benefit of our people.
The head of state declared that moving transport from road to SGR is part of a long-term plan to completely eliminate all barriers that slow down movement of cargo within the region. A development goal well received by his Ugandan counterpart.
The first word in our political agenda must be economic integration, because otherwise really we have no future.
Natalie Beck, Citizen.